ABBA are returning to the stage with ABBA Voyage, a virtual performance that the group has always dreamed of creating. "40 years in the making, it will feature all their hit songs as ABBA's avatars grace the stage, joined by a live 10-piece band. The unique event may seem like something out of Blade Runner 2049, but they have always been unique. Comprising two couples, the band was formed in Stockholm in 1972 by Agnetha Fältskog, Björn Ulvaeus, Benny Andersson, and Anni-Frid Lyngstad. They are all in their 70s now, and they have a long history together, from trailblazing romance to devastating divorce. Agnetha and Björn. Agnetha and Björn first met in 1968 when he was then a member of the Hootenanny Singers. They hit it off immediately and tied the knot on July 6, 1971, with Björn even playing the organ at their wedding ceremony. They had two children together, Linda, born in 1973, and Peter, born in 1977. They enjoyed the immense success of ABBA from 1972 onwards, but after 7 years of touring, the stress started to get to them. It led to the couple splitting in 1979, with Agnetha later revealing that she needed therapy following the breakup. Shortly after this, in 1980, ABBA released their iconic breakup song, "The Winner Takes It All," with Agnetha singing the lyric, "Tell me, does she kiss like I used to kiss you?" It was reported at the time that Björn had found a new girlfriend within the week of his split from Agnetha, another factor that led to her therapy. In 1997, she released the book As I Am, writing, "We always told the media that it was a happy divorce, which of course was a front. Obviously, we all know there are no such things as happy divorces, especially when there are children involved." Later, in 2013, she said, "Björn wrote it about us after the breakdown of our marriage. The fact he wrote it exactly when we divorced is touching, really." "I didn't mind. It was fantastic to do that song because I could put in such feeling. I didn't mind sharing it with the public. It didn't feel wrong. There is so much in that song." It was a mixture of what I felt and what Björn felt, but also what Benny and Frida went through. The split slowly caused a breakdown of the songwriting process and creative inspiration, extenuating the difficulties of the time. Revealing the difficulties at the time, Björn said, "I think I wrote Knowing Me Knowing You before the divorce. In many ways, Agnetha and my divorce was an amicable one. We just grew apart and decided let's split up." Benny and Frida's was a little more difficult. It was not a happy time but still very creative. Frida and Benny. Frida and Benny first met in 1969 and were living together in 1971 before ABBA was even formed. It wasn't until 1978 when they wed, right at the heart of ABBA's international fame. This was the peak of their relationship though, as just 2 years later they broke up in 1980 and divorced the following year. According to an Expressen article from 1981, Benny said, "I don't know how other people deal with things like this. Frida and I are still friends and I'm still a member of ABBA. We are still good friends, but we are not married anymore." We discussed what was going to remain in the group in spite of all we have been through. We decided to stay together for the sake of the music. Shortly after, Benny married TV producer Mona Norcliffe in 1981, with his new relationship reportedly being one of the reasons for his divorce. Frida added, "Now that Benny and I have broken up, we are able to work much better together. Our relationship is not as intense as it was, but we are still in contact. We have chosen to be completely honest with each other. We have always been very honest about relationships, and after long and hard talks we decided to go our separate ways. We simply grew out of each other. It came down to our different goals in life. We have always been honest and talked about everything. We talked and finally, we agreed that a divorce would be the best solution." There was a lot of tears and a lot of discussions. But there was no way back. Breaking up became a necessity. There were several reports that the band tried to return to the studio in the following years. However, due to the divorces, it simply wasn't the same, leading to the band falling out of the public eye. Where are ABBA now? In 1999 the Mamma Mia! Musical first hit the stage, reigniting the public's love for the legendary band. In 2008, the film adaptation of the musical hit the big screen, proving to be an overnight success, bringing ABBA back to the world stage and introducing them to a new generation. Ten years after that, in 2018, the sequel released, Mamma Mia! Here We Go Again, once again cleaning up in cinemas around the world. Now, in 2022, they are back on stage in virtual form. Gracing the stage as virtual avatars, casting them back to how they looked back at their height in the 1970s. The performance sets the stage for ABBA to live on for decades and become an eternal piece of pop culture.